Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, so my name is Christian Awon.
My name is Jordan Shelley.
Hi guys, I'm Moxon Glosson.
I'm Navari Solomon.
I'm Kinley Stansel.
I'm Kimberly Smith.
I'm Wesley Price.
All right, first and foremost, I would just like to start everything off by saying, obviously, some big news came yesterday with the George Floyd trial. So I would be remiss if I, didn't speak on that. For me, I wouldn't say I would be celebrating. I'm kind of like a little bit more so relieved, because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. This isn't, the end all be all to everything. But I am very satisfied how everything came out. So real quick, I just want to kind of jump off on that. What do you guys have to say about it, if you do have anything?
Christian, like you said, it was very relieving, for that verdict. He's awaiting sentencing, I know, but it just was like the whole world was waiting on it just to see what would happen, because it's been situations like this where that hasn't been the outcome. But, to piggyback off of what you were talking about, it's still, like you said, it's a lot of work to be done, because yesterday was a 16-year-old girl killed in Columbus, Ohio by police. So it's still a lot of work to be done just in the country in general.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, honestly, if I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to go the way that it did, mainly because in many cases it doesn't. In many cases, we just kind of expect, oh, well, they're going to get out anyway. There's no point of even like holding our breaths for it, because they're never going to be held accountable. So I think this is a step in the right direction. But at the same time, like I said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, because I do feel like this will happen again. It's just a waiting. It's just a waiting game. But I do think that we are making a step in the right direction though.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think I saw something that was like, this is not really justice, it's just accountability. And so holding these people accountable really can't be justice until people are stopped being killed for just, walking across the street or whatever. And so it's good that we're moving in the right direction, but we don't need to solve problems that don't need to be caused anyway. So I think that we are moving forward.
I think also, like, going off what Kenley said, like, it was good because hopefully it shows like other people, like, you can't do this, and you will be punished for it. Like, you're not just going to get like a slap on the wrist. Like, there will be big consequences.
Kind of to agree with you, Christian. I'm relieved that this happened. Also, I did feel like that, I didn't think this was going to get the result that it did. I honestly thought he was going to get let off just because, it happened so many times in our country. But, seeing that he was actually charged kind of made me feel like that, the justice system is starting to see that this has happened way too many times and that, we're tired of it. So hopefully we can build off of this and, get better, as a country. So I'm actually glad.
Yeah, why do you think that does happen? Why do you think that they do get off all the time? For me, I just feel like it's a broken system. I feel like because there's a lot of other people in power, and obviously it's kind of like they're the ones that are controlling everything. So for me, I just feel like it's like, oh well, we control what we do, what we want to do. So forget y'all. Why do you guys think that these police officers get off so easily?
I feel like the system it favors them because they're kind of the ones with a lot of power. That's why I feel like they do a lot of stuff like this. Basically like beating up on people, shooting people. They know that the system is their word against somebody else's, innocent person, and 9 times out of 10, the system is going to believe their word before ours, even if it's caught on camera. And that's the crazy thing about it. So I just feel like you said, it's a broken system. But you know, with the results like this in the George Floyd situation, maybe the system is starting to see, you know, that this was a ongoing, repeating problem, and the community is just tired of it. So hopefully we get some change.
Yeah, not to mention that. I mean, of course, this happened like a couple of weeks ago with Dante Wright. How do you mistaken, you know, a gun for a taser? Like it's crazy to me that they're like, oh, I drew my weapon, but like I didn't know that I was drawing my weapon. Kim,
Yeah.
you had something to say?
Yeah, I think a lot of times they try to like twist the past of the person who unfortunately died. Like with Breonna Taylor, they always tried to say, you know, well, her husband or her boyfriend was a drug dealer or something like that. She was helping him out. She had a criminal past or whatever, or something like that. And then they always, you know, try to show the police officer as, you know, family guy or whatever. And so they always try to favor the person because the system is like supporting them because they've hired them. And even like with the new case that happened, that girl had like 20 years of experience in the police force, and yet she still somehow confused a taser and a gun. Like to me, that was like mind blowing. But I think she just kind of made that up to do that. But I think they passed a law somewhere that if the police officer turns off their like camera on their chest or whatever, and something happens, that like they're automatically like in the, I don't know how you call it, but they're not going to be trusted anymore, basically. So I think that's a good step in the right direction.
It's a shame that we had to have this conversation in the first place, as far as why they keep killing people that look like me. And it's very unfortunate. But like I said, I'm very relieved at, you know, how everything is going as of right now. That doesn't mean it's going to change automatically. That doesn't mean it's going to change immediately. But I think we are going to make some changes. All right. So, what are your other topics that you guys have? Like, what's going on as of right now that you guys have noticed, or what's going on right now?
To bring a little lightheartedness and maybe a little excitement, we are officially having the Olympics this year in the summer, and I've seen people getting excited about it and stuff. And so I just wanted to see what you guys' favorite sport and favorite events in the Olympics, just for fun.
I would say probably my favorite sport in the Olympics is basketball and track, just because I don't know, I like my favorite track star is Usain Bolt. It's crazy fast, but I think first is basketball, just because I like seeing Team USA go against different teams. I like seeing all the stars play with each other, so I think that's cool.
My favorite's wrestling, just because I love wrestling and I wrestled in high school. So it's always exciting to see some of the guys I grew up watching, and you know, kind of learned from, go against some of the best guys in the world. I especially love when Russia goes against the U.S. It happens a lot because Russia and U.S. are both best wrestling countries out there, probably most of the time. So that would be my favorite. I'm excited. I always love watching the Olympics. I actually have a soft spot for the Winter Olympics because the snowboarding sections are just so darn cool, and the skiing sections. But you know, I love the wrestling portion of the summer.
For me personally, like Navari was saying, track and basketball. And then like he was talking about Usain Bolt, but I just found out that like the new fastest man in the world is out of Atlanta. So I'll be looking to watch him in the Olympics.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I always cheer for the gymnastics girls. I love them. You know, Simone Biles. Got to put them out there. And also, like with the Olympics, I feel like every time we have it, it brings the country together. I think after the year we've had, that it can really bring us together and unify us as a team, like it's literally as a team, because we're Team USA. But yes, I enjoy gymnastics, swimming, track.
I would definitely say mine is probably, I love like the gymnastics. I feel like that's like the one thing that I watch when it comes to the Olympics. I love hearing like the girls' story and just everything like that. I think it's just, I feel like they do a really good job, you know, kind of like telling their individual stories and like how they come together as a team. And then it makes you feel a bigger connection to them when they're performing.
I was gonna ask a quick question. Like, do you guys know anything about like the fans aspect of it? Like, they're gonna be fans in attendance, or are they not doing fans?
As far as I know, like if I know it's in Tokyo, so I think people in Tokyo can go support their team and everything. But like, usually they would fly out the families of like people competing and everything. But I don't think they're doing that this year because of COVID. But we'll have to see. I think with time, maybe. But I think it's all going to be like spread out and very virtual.
All right. What else? What else is going on?
This has kind of happened earlier or past week, but the Queen said something about it yesterday. As I'm sure you guys all know, that Prince Philip died, and the Queen hadn't really said much. But yesterday she kind of just like thanked everyone for all their support. The royal family has also been in the spotlight so much recently, so I feel like it all kind of came at a weird time, because just after the Meghan Markle interview, I feel like we all, I mean, I know for me personally, kind of saw them in a different way. I don't know about everyone else, but
Yeah, I enjoy listening to the royal news. I'm not like into it that much, but it's like gossip. I mean, and we don't feel the effects of it as Americans, but when Meghan and Harry moved here, it was like, oh, we have royals now or whatever. But I've always been interested in that, and I think sometimes it does take a family death to bring the family together. Excuse me. Because Harry and William were not speaking at all, and so the fact that he did go to the funeral and support his family is kind of something that we can all kind of relate to when we don't talk to our family members or something has happened.
yeah.
But it's sad that situation has to happen to bring a family together. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope they're doing well.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's family stuff is so hard. So especially when you're in the spotlight like that, I'm sure it's 100 times harder than most situations.
And I heard that some news outlets were saying that it was Meghan and Harry's fault for Prince, what's his name, Philip's death.
Philip, yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a very big stretch.
Yeah, that's
like,
insane. That
He was
makes
like
like-
99.
I was about to say he was really old, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
pushing it.
And the only reason I liked the royal family was because Meghan came in. And I'm like, wow, someone like me is here. And then just to figure out that she went through all that crap, and she's like very light skinned and white passing almost. And the gag was when they were like, they were worried about the baby's skin tone. I'm like, excuse me, this man is white piece of paper. This woman is about 2 shades darker than this, and y'all are worried about this baby's skin tone. I'm like, y'all have nothing to worry about.
I think it was because they never had anyone of color ever in their family. So then once they had that, they were like, whoa, I don't know how to react. It's like they're just another person. Like it really doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, I mean, she was basically, I think I've seen pictures, she looks more on that side, but now she could be white passing for sure. But I don't know. They're living their best life in California right now. So I think they'll be just fine without the Royals.
Oh yeah, most
All I
definitely.
know, oh, I'm sorry, Christian.
No. Go ahead, Muslim.
All I know is I did hear. I know that Meghan and Harry have been under a lot of fire just because they moved away from the royal family, and I guess I can't ever understand, because I know British people are really, really passionate about the royal family, but I mean they're adults; they can kind of do what they want. And I heard that a lot of people were like, I can't believe they moved out of their country, but I'm like, yeah, they may be royals, but they can go wherever they want,
They still have lives at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, if they don't feel comfortable there, then it's their choice if they want to move out, so.
yeah.
I think it's awesome that they were able to be like strong enough to be like, no, this isn't right for us, and we're not going to be treated like this. So they left.
And then
Yeah,
they left
so-
them with nothing. Oh, you can go, Kenley.
I said it's just like because they just wanted to step back from the image, like the public image of it, and that Harry knew he wasn't going to be king one day, and so they were going to move to the Commonwealth in Canada because they have land there or whatever. I don't know. and they're still going to do stuff for them, and then they kicked him out completely. So that's what doesn't make sense. And then another thing that irks me is like they're taking away Harry's royal title, and then also he like served in the military, like for real, was in like in Afghanistan, and he's the only one that's done that, and they get to keep their titles of being in the army and stuff like that, but he doesn't. And I think that's kind of rude because he actually like served in the British Army or whatever.
Yeah, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a lot of pressure. Like being part of that entire pack. That I feel like that puts a lot of weight on you. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, like I'm not British, but like I almost feel like maybe it's like a little outdated. Like sometimes I feel like it's not really like so much modernized. Like it's still like reflecting on tradition, but maybe that's what it's built upon. So I guess that's why. But yeah.
Yeah, they don't. The kings. I think everyone knows this. Kings, the whole royal family doesn't really have any political power per se. It's more just tradition than anything else. Tradition affects most people. I mean, everyone loves their traditions, right? And especially British people with the royal family, I would say. They're very passionate about it. I understand that some people would be upset about it, but at the same time, like I just said, they can do whatever they want. And especially the reasoning they gave was like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. Like, you're under so many eyes. There's so much. I mean, you have a giant paparazzi wave following you wherever you go. I would want to go out on a farm or a ranch or whatever they own in Canada for a while just to spend some time with my family. So it's totally understandable.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap up here. So again, thank you for watching it. Are You Eagle Nest? My name is Christian Awang.
My name's Jordan Shelley.
I'm Moxon Glosson.
I'm Navaria Solomon.
I'm Kinley Stansel.
Kimberly Smith.
And I'm Wesley Price.
And that's a wrap.
Cool.
Thank you so much for watching.